Egg prices surge across the country, and it may only be the beginning.
Among Denton's vast bar culture, learn how one bar is changing the game.
Kobe, Shaq, LeBron, and now Luka. How do the Lakers keep pulling this off? I'll have the story.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is ntTV Nightly News.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us on ntTV Nightly News. I'm Jackson Garrett Spring.
And I'm Melanie Garcia. It's a season of sniffles, but this year is the worst it's ever been. For the last 15 years, from doctor's appointments to school closures, CNN's Maddie Gaither tells us how to avoid the sickness plaguing the country.
Excuse me.
That's all right. And one more.
If you look at cases overall, it's the worst in many, many years. We weren't able to do that. You could do COVID tests in the past, but now there's a 3-in-1 flu test. Now keep in mind, if you get a vaccine, it takes.
Sorry for the technical difficulties.
If you're experiencing flu-like symptoms, experts say it's a good idea to be tested.
This flu season has affected many of those here in our Denton community.
Our live reporter, Emma Burns, is live with more details on the infection rates and how you can stay safe. Emma?
Guys, the flu season is hitting hard here in North Texas, and along with school closures, the increase in these flu cases are causing many North Texas residents to search for flu medications. Whether it is prescribed or over the counter, these medications are going to be harder to find as flu cases continue to increase. So what's causing this increase in cases? During the week of 5 of the 2025 flu season, there was an increase in influenza positive tests, leaving nearly 500 Denton residents with the flu. Experts believe the cause for the infection rates this season are a result in a decline in adolescent flu vaccinations. According to the CDC, 45% of children have been vaccinated, which is down from the typical 50%. The dominant flu strains this season have been linked to severe flu seasons in the past. Now, Denton health officials recommend taking these precautions to prevent infection. Get your flu shot, wash your hands, and most importantly, if you are sick, please, please, please stay home. Now, I already have my appointment to get my flu vaccination here outside at the UNT Chestnut Hall, which upstairs there is a medical center for you. I'm doing my part to stop the spread. All right, Melanie and Jackson, back to you at the desk.
A federal judge has issued a ruling on the removal of information on federal websites. The ruling stated that the CDC, FDA, and the Department of Health and Human Services must restore information on their websites. The removal was in compliance with an executive order signed by President Trump. This information includes reports on HIV preventions and FDA study on the reproductive health care.
Well, Jackson, I haven't bought any tuna products lately, but I have been buying a lot of winter gear since it's freezing outside.
I know, right? We can never have any consistent weather here in Denton. Let's see what our weather anchor Justin Walters has to say in our first look. Justin?
Hello everyone, Justin Walters here with your weather, and Man, it is cold outside. Let's look at our current temperatures right now. 43 degrees outside in Denton. Feels like 38 with those winds at 8 miles per hour. It doesn't feel heavy, but with that low temperature, any wind can cause that temperature to feel worse than it is. Let's look at tonight. So tonight, pretty much the same. 42 is going to be the temperature that we're expecting tonight. It's going to feel like around 39, the upper 30s. Winds are going to calm down slightly, but it's still going to feel just as bad as it feels right now. Tomorrow, only a little better. I mean, unless you love the cold, this isn't going to be a good day for you. 49 is going to be the high tomorrow, not even 50. It's going to feel like 45, and the winds are going to be either way of 10 miles per hour, between 5 and 15 miles per hour, but around 10 on average. We'll have the 7-day, and we'll have temperatures around the region coming up. Back to the anchor desk.
Between the cold, rainy weather and the Luka basketball trade, I don't know which is more depressing. The outbreak in the country is skyrocketed and some cases creating a massive egg shortage.
Those prices have jumped nearly 37%, and it doesn't look like it's getting any better. ntTV's Jackson Berry has more. Jackson?
Guys, the egg shortage is only getting worse, and stores are having to take drastic measures in order to keep these issues under control. Huge grocery store chains such as Walmart, Whole Foods, Costco, and many more have been forced to limit the number of egg purchases per customer. The Kroger on Cedar Springs in Dallas has limited customers to a maximum of 2 cartons both in-store and online. The shortage has also led to an increase in egg thefts around the country. Kroger and other retailers have not specified how long these restrictions will be in effect, and the crisis stems largely from the horrible outbreak of avian flu, as 17.2 million egg-laying hens died in November and December alone. That's nearly half of all birds killed by the virus in 2024. Egg prices are still expected to rise an additional 20% this year, so it looks like those poached eggs in the morning that you love so much might be leaving your wallet a little empty. That's all I've got for now. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Jackson. When looking in your pantry for your next meal, be cautious of the canned tuna, especially if bought from Texas-based H-E-B. Try Union Seafood has voluntarily recalled some of its canned tuna products according to the FDA. The can's pull tabs have a defect and pose a potential threat of botulism. No related illnesses have been reported so far. The brand names affected are Genova, Trader Joe's, and H-E-B. Consumers can return their tuna to their grocery store and receive a full refund.
Well, Jackson, between the cold, rainy weather and the Luka basketball trade, I don't know which is more depressing.
I am so with you, Mel. But, you know, the trade was a smart move for one team. ntTV sports anchor Gabby Pippins is here now to explain just who came out on top in that move. Gabby?
Yeah, guys, we've never seen anything like this in Dallas, but this is nothing new for the Lakers. They have a history of miraculously getting all-star players. Take a look. After the Charlotte Hornets drafted Kobe Bryant, they willingly traded him to LA for Vlad Divac. The Orlando Magic only offered Shaquille O'Neal $54 million to stay. So what did LA do? They doubled it to $121 million and secured that Hall of Fame center. This was a pretty penny back in 1996, and only 2 other players had $100 million contracts, but it was a small price to pay for 3 back-to-back finals championships. Take LeBron James. Out of all the teams in the NBA, he chose the Lakers after leaving the Cavaliers in 2018. Why? Because they have a winning dynasty and crazy luck. I'll be back later in the show to talk more basketball, but for now, back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Gabby. We'll see you on later on in the show. Well, on another sad note, Denton is losing a staple in the music community.
And chocolate prices rise in the name of love. Stay with us.
Craving something fresh, flavorful, and made just for you? Look no further than Avesta, your go-to destination for a delicious, full-service dining experience. Dive into our customizable omelets, expertly crafted by our talented cook Jonathan, who guarantees every bite is perfection. All our dishes are handmade, prepared with only the freshest ingredients. Explore our assembly line where you can choose from any of our globally inspired dishes or customize your plate. It's that easy. And let's not forget dessert. Indulge your sweet tooth with treats from Clark Bakery. With convenient payment methods including card or flex, it's the perfect dining spot for any occasion. Quench your thirst with our wide selection of drinks. Just hand your drinking card to our friendly waiter, and they'll bring your beverage of choice right to your table. When you're done savoring every last bite, our attentive staff will whisk away your tray. Enjoy the peaceful ambiance as you dine in, or use our takeout option for a meal on the go. Avesta.
Well, Jackson, you know, one of the best things about the Denton community is the music scene.
That is so true, one of our many claims to fame. But things are about to change. ntTV's Gabriella LeBlanc has more on that. Gabby?
Diebold says there were about 9 shows scheduled past closing. The Radical Hospitality Group is also frustrated with the new lease terms. Andy's Bar had a great impact on Denton due to rising bands and local acts. On February 28th, they will be closed for good. Before they go, you can check out their full calendar on Andy's website to celebrate their role in music history at Northeast Dent Square at 122 North Locust Street. That's all I have for you tonight. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Gabriella. With one bar closing in the area, another unique bar has opened in the square. It's called The Plot Twist, and it's creating quite a buzz. If you love to read and relax, then this new romance book bar may be your new favorite spot. It's called Plot Twist, a bookstore with an open bar located in Denton Square with a variety of book options like...
We specialize in all different subgenres of romance. So there's not just one type of romance here. We've got 10 different types of romances. We have individual sections for specific subgenres, and so it just makes it a little bit more personal and easier to find what your preference is for romance.
The store also hosts weekly events open to the public, like this love poetry workshop just in time for Valentine's Day. The bar also customizes their drink menu each month based on the book of the month. I spoke with the bartender to find out this month's cocktails.
By a kind of more guava base. It's going to be guava with a little bit of lemon, and it's more of a fruity, kind of tangy flavor. And the Heartbreaker name just came from the Valentine's Day season. We also feature a new mocktail and cocktail every single month based off of our book of the month. This month it is Cross My Heart. We went with a dragon fruit, passion fruit vibe. And it's gorgeous, it's floral, it's sweet, and it's a gorgeous pinky purple color.
There will be 4 more events this month, including author signings and book clubs. So if you're interested in joining a book club or want to sign up for the monthly book subscription, you can visit the store or Instagram page for more information. I had a great time attending the poetry workshop. There is also no age requirement to enter the book bar, and mocktail options are available for non-drinkers.
In the near future, when you're searching for a safe ride home, your sideshare car may not have a driver. Lyft CEO David Risher says self-driving cars could appear in Dallas by 2026. The rideshare company has joined forces with a Japanese company who owns the fleet of cars that feature Mobile Eye Drive technology. Lyft says once the driverless cars debut, customers can choose if they would like to go driverless or not.
Would you be willing to hop in a driverless car?
Nope, I don't trust it. But to be fair, we also can't trust the weather at times.
I think we can all agree on that one. Let's see what our weather anchor Justin Walters has to say and what we can expect this week.
don't trust the weather is the understatement of the century. Last week we had temperatures in the 70s and 80s, but look at North Texas right now. 40s. You got 39 in Bowie, 43 in Gainesville, 43 in Sherman, 43 in Denton. 43 is a common number. 45 in Dallas. It is the 40s and maybe some upper 30s all across North Texas. How about the state? Let's look at the state here. Look at El Paso, 73 degrees. This is where the heat wins to, guys. 63 in Houston, 49 in Austin. At least we're not Amarillo, where it's 31 degrees. 35 in Oklahoma City, and in Shreveport, Louisiana, 47. 7-day forecast coming up shows pretty much the same. 49 is going to be the high tomorrow. We have that 20% chance of rain. It's going to be cloudy during the day. Thursday, mostly sunny. 40 will be the high. 31 is going to be the low. Then 50s and 60s into the weekend. But look at that temperature drop Saturday night. 25 is going to be the low Saturday night. 20% is the rain chance. Yeah. And then Sunday, 44, 48, 51. It's going to be a roller coaster out there, so stay safe when you can. And Friday's Valentine's Day, so celebrate it with the ones you love. Have a good day, everyone. Let's toss it back to the anchor desk.
You know what, Jackson? Chocolate sounds so good right now.
Well, maybe you'll receive some for Valentine's Day.
Maybe you're right, we'll see. But in the meantime, there are some fun Valentine's Day events in our local area. Let's take it over to our segment anchor, Maddie Holston, for a closer look.
Thanks, guys. You are correct. There are so many fun Valentine's Day events in North Texas. I had the opportunity to attend one. Check it out. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We're coming back later, but the Denton Parks and Recreation My Little Valentine Family Dance will be returning next year, so make sure you mark your calendars and join the fun here in North Texas. That's all I have. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Maddie. Map or Glove? We dive into the executive order renaming the Gulf of Mexico.
And the Eagles soar, and so did the Super Bowl ratings. We'll explain when we return.
Look up here. 1, 2, 3.
Mom, Dad, I got it.
You're right, Mom. I have.
You know, there's an old saying, what's in a name? But I heard some names might be changing.
Jackson, I heard that too. Let's take it over to our live reporter, Grace Grimes, to see what popular name has changed.
Thanks, guys. When you think of a globe, you're probably thinking of the names of all of the different places on Earth. If you're like a lot of people, when President Trump changed the name of the Gulf of Mexico, you probably checked Google Maps. The name was not changed yet, but it is now. President Trump changed the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America through an executive order last month, and Google Maps is now reflecting that change. The company says it's policy to change names when they have been updated by official government sources. Although people in the U.S. can see the Gulf of America, users in Mexico will continue to see the Gulf of Mexico. Everywhere else in the world, the users will see both names. Trump also changed the name of Mount Denali back to Mount McKinley. Google Maps said that they will change the name, but they have not yet. When it comes to globe makers, that decision is completely up to them. That's all I have. Back to you at the desk.
All around the world, people were tuning in to this year's Super Bowl. The record viewership averaged 126 million viewers across broadcast TV and streaming platforms. This is a 2% increase over last year. There was a peak of 136 million viewers in the second quarter. This year's big game also had some of the highest prices in history. Ad prices reached almost an $8 million for a 30-second spot.
I loved watching the big game this weekend, and more importantly, seeing the Chiefs lose. Melanie, what did you think of the Super Bowl?
Well, Jackson, I have to be honest, I wasn't really watching the game just for football. I was really pleased to see Kendrick Lamar bring out SZA for his halftime performance.
Definitely the highlight of the night. Here's Gabby Pippins with more. Gabby?
Well, guys, as much as I would love to talk about football, we still have a lot of basketball to cover. The Mavericks battled the Kings last night, and our men's basketball team faced Tulane Saturday. I'll have the outcomes right after this.
I wonder what's on the radio today. I don't know about this. This is not it.
Everything alternative, commercial free. 88.1 Indie.
Here at KNTU, we have two traditional stations, 88.1 Indie and KNTU Jazz. We've also recently launched an internet radio station called Mean Green Hits. If you want to hear more, you can check us out at MediaNorthTexas.com.
That was pretty good.
I use Flex to buy my favorite snacks.
I use Flex to get me through my mornings.
I use Flex at my favorite campus restaurants. I love how Flex is a cashless payment method
And can be used at all campus dining venues.
So, how do you use Flex?
The Dallas Mavericks took on the Sacramento Kings last night in California. This was a surprisingly tough matchup, not because of Anthony Davis's absence, but because of one player's all-star performance. Klay Thompson started things off for Dallas electric with a slam dunk, and Spencer Dinwiddie hit back-to-back threes to get Dallas up 35-27. The Kings answered by tying things at 61 at the half, and DeMar DeRozan got hot for his best game of the season. He hit back-to-back shots, including a fourth-quarter buzzer beater to keep Sacramento alive. Kyrie Irving answered with 30 points, but it wasn't enough to stop DeRozan. He finished with 42 points, going 4 of 6 from 3 to end in a Mavericks loss, 129 to 128. Dallas looks to bounce back against the Golden State Warriors, Klay Thompson's former team, tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. And our UNT men's basketball team is off to a great start this season. They're 17-6 and 8-3 in conference play, but they faced a tough challenge Saturday against Tulane. Our sports anchor Seth Wickman covered the big game and got an inside look at our very own Mean Green. The men's basketball team's next game is tonight at 8 p.m. against Rice, and our women's team plays tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. against Memphis. That's all I've got for our basketball-packed sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
In other competitive news, one German dog is hoping to be named the title of the tallest dog in the world.
This is Ramsey. At nearly 200 pounds, his owner recently had the Great Dane measured to submit his height to the Guinness Book of World Records. He eats a whopping 4 pounds of dog food a day.
Wow, Jackson, 4 pounds of dog food is insane. I don't even think my Shih Tzu and your 3 dogs combined could eat that much food in a day.
If I had to pay for 4 pounds of dog food, I know my wallet would be hurting.
That's right.
Thanks for watching ntTV Nightly News.
Join us again tomorrow at noon and tomorrow evening at 6 here on North Texas Television.